Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. This is Spring Porter with Spring Solutions LLC. In this video, I wanted to go over the state of North Carolina. I don't believe I covered that state in terms of searching for bankruptcy information for unclaimed funds, but there are 3 districts, so I thought I'd go over that state here. If you're interested in working in the state of North Carolina, please stay tuned. Please note that I am not an attorney. This information is not indicated as legal advice. So as we go to the funds locator, and if you're new to my channel, again, it's ucf.uscourts.gov. This is a site that houses most of the bankruptcy unclaimed funds, and this is a free site. So if you type North Carolina, you will see 3 districts. So we're going to start with the Western District, and then we just do a search. And so when I click search, there are about 3,500 cases where there are unclaimed funds available. So if I click on the amount button twice, it pulls up the highest claim here, which is about $25,000, right? So there are a decent number of cases that you could potentially work here. So let's go over to their website. So this is NCWB, and that's North Carolina Western District Bankruptcy. That's what that acronym stands for, .uscourts.gov. And it looks like they have several court locations for this district. One's in Charlotte, one's in Asheville, Statesville, and Shelby. And they do have a unclaimed funds search engine toward the bottom of the page. So if you click on that, this will tell you what you need to know for reclaiming unclaimed property in bankruptcy cases here. So the second paragraph says individual claimants desiring to recovering funds previously submitted into the court's registry fund may do so by filing a motion and a notice of hearing, including proof of identity. All other claimants must be represented by a lawyer who is a member in good standing of the North Carolina State Bar. So you cannot do this process just as a claimant representative or a funds locator. You are going to have to be an attorney to do this. Now, you could do this to fill in, if you were good at filling in documents, you could prepare the motion yourself and have the client sign it. But then you run the risk of not getting paid directly. And again, I go over all of this in my course so that you can figure a way of how to circumvent that. But in this particular area, you for sure have to have an attorney, okay? So just keep that in mind. Make sure you are reading your instruction packets. Make sure if you're in the state of North Carolina and you want to work in this district, or even if you're not, make sure you get in contact with a bankruptcy attorney who has really good knowledge about unclaimed property and filling in that application. All right, so let's click out of this. And let's go over to the Eastern District and see if the same rules apply. And I'm doing this to show you, again, not only where the claims are, so that you can really start to see how different each district is, even within the same state. I mentioned that so many times on my channel, and here it is like in proof, black and white, or blue and white, rather, where, you know, it's so different. Well, so there are a lot of different cases here. In the Eastern District, there are over 22,000 cases where there are unclaimed funds available. So a lot more than the other district that we just went over. If I'm clicking amount twice, and it pulls up the highest claim here, and that is over $68,000 where there are unclaimed funds, right? And then it just goes down from here. So the Eastern District website is here. And this is just nceb.uscourts.gov. So that is North Carolina Eastern Bankruptcy. That's what that acronym stands for. And we see Raleigh and Greenville. So those are the 2 court locations in this particular area. There is an unclaimed funds button here, so we're going to click on that. And these are the procedures you need. And it appears as though this is following sort of that standard procedure. There's an application here. And it looks like this is the official form that they use. And this all looks standard. Here's the address of where you mail it to for the U.S. Attorney's Office. They always get a copy. And again, I go over how to fill this in my course. I don't go over this in my channel. Again, I have to keep reiterating that because I do get calls from people still asking me how to fill this in, and you're going to have to pay for the course. If you want me to do a case management I will just be handling that one case for you, and you still may not understand the process. So my goal is to make sure that you are able to sustain this and you can do this as a business on your own, as opposed to me just kind of spoon feeding information. That's sort of my goal with creating the course and giving out all the information that I have given out so far. All right. So again, back to the Eastern District. So there's the application, and again, it's telling you where to mail it to. You have to mail the original copy to the clerk's office in Raleigh, and then a copy has to go to that U.S. Attorney's and office and for the Eastern District of North Carolina. And then it goes over the different claimants and what you need, right? And the tax form. All right, so this is the standard, procedure in doing this. Now, again, same state, but the Western District, you have to be an attorney. The Eastern District, they don't care so much. They just want you to have the documents that you need, right? So let's go over to the last district for the state, and that is the Middle District, and we will see if the same rules apply. And I apologize, that is my son if you hear him in the back. All right, so this is the Middle District, and they have about 11,000 cases where there are unclaimed funds. So these numbers are pretty good. The highest claim here is over 17,000, but these look like they're from 1989. But of course, you can sort through and find some that are, later in time. And keep in mind also that these numbers are predicted to change. As I mentioned in previous videos, bankruptcies are going to go up. So here is the Middle District of North Carolina. And it covers 3 court locations: Greensboro, Winston-Salem, and Durham. Unclaimed funds portal is here. And let's find the instruction packets. Okay, and so here you have it. It looks like they are also using Form 1340, which is just the original application. And then it goes on to tell you supporting documentation, goes over all the different types of claimants and who you should be or what you need. If you pick that particular claimant, it goes over the order. It gives you a proposed order. Again, applications have to be submitted with an order because the judge is going to have to support your application. They're going to either grant it or they're going to deny the funds going, to your client or to you. And so again, application, where to send it to. This particular district, they want you to send it to the finance department and not the clerk's office. And post filing information, to give you information on the time frame as to when you should be able to receive the funds. Right? So let's click on this and see what the order is. I go over again all of this in my course. I touch on it a little bit on my YouTube channel. So if you're new to my channel and you're kind of bouncing around, you may want to utilize and enroll in my course so that things are sort of in order from start to finish and you're not leaving anything out. All right. So I was looking for an order. That's what I was doing. Where is that? Here it is. So this is the order that is needed for the Middle District. Just a second and I'll make it larger. Okay, so this is already typed for you. All you need to do is just fill in the blanks here. I go over how to do that in my course. I think I may have one YouTube channel on how to fill this in, maybe not. I can't remember. I've done a lot of videos here. But you need to make sure that you're paying attention when you're filling in these forms. Make sure you have the debtor's name correctly listed, the case number, the right chapter, the right amount that you're claiming, okay? So that is that. And these are the 3 states. And then furthermore, if you go down for that same Middle District, you will see the tax forms and things like that you need and different links. Okay, so this is for anyone who's wanting to work in the state of North Carolina. As you can see, there are pretty good numbers here where you could work. Even though there are 3 districts, there are 2 that you do not need to have an attorney to do this, so that is good to know. And I'm hoping that this is helpful. Please like, share, subscribe to my channel if you have not already. Please strongly consider enrolling in my course. I know it is $1,000, but again, as you can see, there are lots of claims that are well over $1,000 if you are working them properly and you actually know the steps. Right? And I teach those steps from beginning to end in my course. All right? So I just wanted to put that out there. Again, my services are still available, and I will see you in the next video. Thanks for watching.